Our goal this time is to solve algebraic equations using division or multiplication. I'll start out with an example here. We'll start out with 4 is equal to 4, a true statement. Now, using multiplication and division, multiplication and division, let's try this. Let's divide this side by 2, okay? Now we've got 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, which is equal to, and we bring this straight down, 4. That's not a true statement. See, so by doing something to one side of the equation, but not doing it to the other side, it resulted in an untrue statement. So let's get rid of this and let's try again. Okay? And since we did divide by 2 on this side, let's put our equal sign here and let's divide by 2 on this side. And we get 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, and 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, which is a true statement. So by doing the same thing to both sides, we came up with a true statement. Now let's say that we do times 6 on this side. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12 equals 2. But once again, that's not true. So let's erase this 2 here, which is not a good answer. And let's go back and let's do times 6 on this side as well. So now we've done times 6 on the left side and we've done times 6 on the right side. 6 times 2 is 12. And we come up with 12 equals 12, which is a true statement, which is always makes us happy. Okay, the important thing to remember is that whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you've got to do to the other side of the equal sign. Sides are determined by the equal sign, okay? So it's very important that you bring that equal sign down, and I suggest you do it straight in a column, keeping one equal sign right underneath the other one, because it lets you know where the sides are determined. Because you want to do, sometimes it's easy to make a mistake, okay? But if you keep that equal sign coming down like this and you do something on the left side, then you know the other side to do it on is on the other side of this equal sign. So try to remember that. Bring these equal signs straight down and only do on one side and the other side. You never do the same thing to the same side, okay? All right, let's try a problem. Let's try 6x equals 18. Okay. Now, what we want it to say, x equals. But right now it says 6x. So we've got to get rid of that 6 somehow. Now, let's think about this. If you start out right here and you walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps in this direction, okay, and your new location is here, and you decide you want to go back to your old location, then you've got to walk 5 steps in the opposite direction. That's what you're doing in algebra. You're starting out at your new location and you're going back to your original location, so you have to do things the opposite of what you see there. So right now this is 6 times x. So the opposite of 6 times x, which is multiplication, is division. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 6. Okay, we put our equal sign, bring it straight down, and whatever you do to the left side of the equation, you've also got to do to the right side. So we put a divided by 6 on this side. Draw your line. This line determines, divides your steps. Okay, this lets you know that this is step 1, because later on you're going to be having to do multi-step equations. And having this line here allows you to be able to easily see where each step of the solving process is. So this is a very important line. Okay, now the 6 divided by 6, we did that so that the 6 would go away. 6 divided by 6 is 1. You bring the x down, and see, essentially you've got 1x there. But in algebra, we don't put the 1 there because it's understood. Okay? Bring the equal sign down. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So our answer is x equals 3. Very important that if you want to make sure that you've got the correct answer, you go back to the original equation, 6x equals 18. Now, because we've worked this out and we say that x equals 3, we're going to take what we say x is and we're going to put it here where it says 6 times x. We're going to put 6 times 3 equals 18. Okay? 6 times 3 is 18 equals 18, which is a true statement. That means that we've worked our problem correctly. Now, if we've got something that said 17 equals 18 or 24 equals 18, we would know that we made a mistake and we would need to go back and check our problem. Now let's try one from a different viewpoint. Okay, now let's try c over -4 is equal to 5. Okay, that -4 is in the way because we wanted to say c equals. And just like we just got through talking about, to work an algebra problem, you have to work backwards. And you do the opposite of what you see there. Well, right now, this c is being divided by a -4. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So we're going to put -4 out here in the parentheses to indicate multiplication. And whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you do to the other side of the equal sign. So we put a -4 on this side as well. We draw our line. The -4s cancel out because they become 1. And that makes it a c equals -5 times 4, 5 times -4 gives us -20. And so our answer is c equals -20. So we come back over here and we check with the original equation. C over -4 is equal to 5. We're going to take what we got as our answer, -20, and we're going to put it in there for the c. So we put -20 over -4 is equal to 5. Remember, whenever you have an even number of negative signs in a multiplication or division problem, it's going to give you a positive answer. So our answer is going to be positive, and then we go 20 divided by 4 gives us 5 equals 5, which is a true statement, which means that we've gotten our answer correct.